Good morning. So Wednesday, 1st of July, trade review or trade analysis or morning analysis. Let's start with Euro USD then. So on the daily chart, we've got a bearish daily, we've got low, high, low, high, low. Just took out this daily low. So because we took out the low, we can sort of expect a pullback at any point in time. So our daily's bearish. I'm going to screenshot this because what I do is I input everything. All my trades get inputted into Claude as well. So Claude's building a file on all my trades so that I can go back and pull data out. And I like to mark out my structure like this so Claude understands what I'm looking at when I'm saying daily structure. Because it'd be nice to like put after a year of collecting all the data to be able to get Claude to write some Python script for TradingView and see if we can actually put this strategy into an algorithm. But it's very hard to write structure into algorithms like all the candles and whatnot, and having like an average of how many candles makes up a daily swing leg. Those are the nuances that as I've explored that avenue, it's quite hard to get in. But anyway, let's master it ourselves first. So yeah, daily, we are bearish. We took out highs, broke a structure to the downside and broke a structure to the downside again. On the 4 hour, we're at the bottom of a swing leg. So this is my 4 hour structure. Low, high, low. We'll come in. We are now somewhat pulling back. We're just enter into a bit of a range, but because we've took out this low, because we've took out this daily low to the left, price always likes to chop about first, so I've noticed. So I imagine we're going to chop about here for a little bit, and if we initiate that pullback on the 4 hour / daily and we move like this, then shift up before then continuing down, that's one idea of what we're going to do. Or completely depending on what Warsh says at 2 o'clock today, we might end up just going straight down like so. Unsure yet. One thing that I try my best to do now is to be reactive and not marry a bias in my head, not convince myself that he's going to do this or he's going to do that. Just go with what I'm looking at. So screenshot that. On the 1 hour, it's my most important time frame, because this is the time frame that I'm actually trading from. So my 1 hour structure is this: low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, and then whatever we're doing now. So we're coming into a bit of a range, a little bit of no man's land, but this will be because of the speech at 2. Now I'm going to just jump on Claude and find out what that speech is about. Have a little look at that. So right now then, this low here didn't manage to take that high. We've just melted straight back to where we were, giving a big bull candle and to take that high by a wick. And then we've not took that low, but we've pulled back in. So if anything, we're building a bit of liquidity under here. So I think the trade that I'd want to be looking at here, if everything plays out, is some form of range in here, a sweep, and then a break of structure down to continue that bearish direction. Or we're going to see the opposite, or what I'd like to see is the opposite. So price moves down, comes into the discount of that 4 hour leg, ranges for a bit, takes the low, and then continues up. So for me, I'm either going to be trading this leg here down, or I'm going to be trading from this area, from a range in the discount, bullish. Now I imagine that's not going to be today anyway. So let's have a look on the 5, see if anything's happening. We are pre-London. It's 7:40 a.m. So we'll see if London does anything attractive. But right now, I imagine, given everything, I haven't really got any immediate places to trade from within my trade plan. So let's have a look at GBP, and GBP's took that daily low again. GBP's sort of in the same boat. Now the pairs obviously do move very similar because they're so correlated, because of the fixed against the dollar. On GBP, we have took out that high to the left, and then we're melting away. What I get a sneaky feeling is going to happen. I think this low is going to get took. I think we're going to trade back into here, have a sweep. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to trade. I'll be trading the short from there if it comes to play out. So that's what I think I'm going to be waiting and looking for. Won't be today. Probably looking for that trade tomorrow, hopefully. Warsh is speaking tonight at the Fed. What's it about? What's the speech about? All right, so big one for dollar. Who is it? I know who he is. The wildcard view. He's strongly anti-communication. He thinks that the Fed talks too much and wants a regime change. Now it forecasts and guides. Ooh, interesting. So he says less, but when he does speak, it carries more weight. That should be fun, shouldn't it? Fewer higher impact appearances. When he does talk, expect sharp moves. Tremendous. Trade read. Don't worry about that also. So what is he talking about? Is he releasing his plan, or is he just talking about how he's going to manage the Federal Reserve from here out? Like, what's the purpose of the speech? Yeah, it's not a policy release, no plan, no rate announcement. It's a panel discussion, not a solo speech. Okay. So the purpose is Warsh's first major international appearance as Fed chair, which is why it's closely watched. Okay, so would I be right in assuming that his language in this it could possibly make the market move depending which way he sits and the things that he says about how he's going to be looking after things going forward, rather than putting any official numbers out there or anything like that. Yeah, cool. So it's all about Warsh's language and his plans going forward rather than any numbers, which is fine. Still do not want to trade it. What other news have we got this week? NFP, cool. So we've got NFP this week as well. So this week, yeah, it's probably going to be a rangy week, to be fair. Probably have some action next week. News weeks like this, when you've got multiple news events, just tend to be, they're just range like this. And then you'll have like a ridiculously big move sometimes. Quite hard to navigate. Structure goes all over the place. So I think that's a wrap for this morning. I don't think there's going to be anything to trade really. There's nothing that I really want to be trading today, especially with this Fed speech later. Take a look tomorrow morning. It's a wrap.